we're official. All right, welcome Tuesday, lower body workout. Just start moving some parts. We'll start with a little dynamic warm up. Let's just rotate. And then we'll hit a little bit of mobility. Then we'll go into an activation stability circuit. And then we go into our loaded movement or just body weight. Just big reach here. Gorgeous day outside. Can't wait to get out a little bit later. Good. Let's go ahead and grab a leg. Reach 3 seconds if you need to. Grab something for balance. And switch sides. Alternating sides here. About 3-second hold and switch. So glad to do a workout that is not super high intensity, or to teach a workout that's not super high intensity. Wow. It's so hard to, as you guys know, trying to breathe and talk and coach at the same time. So this one, we can take it nice and slow. Okay, we're gonna go into a calf stretch. So toe up, I'm gonna push my hips back and reach down for that toe. Try to keep a nice flat back here, really pushing my hip back away from me here. Little pull, and then we'll switch sides. Toe up, push back, and reach. Nice. And we'll just alternating about 3 seconds each side. Keep going here. And again, try not to round through that spine here. There's nothing wrong with that. We're just really trying to stretch out that posterior chain. So I'm thinking about pushing my booty back towards the wall. Last one here. Good. Let's go ahead and cross our feet. And now we can go ahead and flex through that spine. Big breath in and out, and we're going to switch sides. Ooh. Just trying to get things loosened up. I don't know about you guys, but I'm doing a lot more sitting these days than I'm used to. One more here. Good. Now what we're going to do is we're going to hinge at the hips. So right where your front pockets would be, I want you to think about pushing your hips back there. You should feel a nice stretch in your posterior chain, your glutes. And then I'm going to take it down. I'm going to walk it out to plank. Bring my right foot out on the right side of my hand. And then I should get a big stretch through that hip flexor. These are the guys that get tight and shortened as we sit. And then I'm going to reach under, grab my left rib cage with my right hand. And open and squeeze. Go ahead and switch sides. Left foot comes forward, pushing that right hip down towards the ground. Reach for that right rib cage and open up here. Oh, and we're gonna switch. Same thing, kind of pushing down, feeling that stretch in your hip flexors, lengthening, and then open and rotate. And let's go here again. Reach, open. As you open out, you just squeeze those shoulder blades together in the back. And then we're gonna go into plank. Gonna soften our knees, push our tailbone up into downward dog. Now I want you to walk those heels down towards the ground, alternating. Get a stretch in those calves. If that's not comfortable, you can just be here and giving that stretch. All right, we're gonna take it to the ground. We're gonna lay on our back. We're gonna do what's called an iron cross. So both legs are down, hands are out to the side, palms are up. I'm gonna take my right leg up and I'm gonna cross it over, keeping my right shoulder on the ground so I get that stretch all down that hip and the side of that right leg. And then I'm gonna use my core to bring that leg back to center, switch sides, and stretch it out the other way. You may not get to the ground, that leg all the way to the ground, I'm very far from it. All that running, super tight. Just kind of alternating. And remember, use your core here to bring your body back to center. Nice and slow and controlled. Trying to exhale here. Big breath in, exhale. You might get a little more range. Make sure you're not holding your breath. Just switching it here. We'll go one more each side because I don't know about you, but this feels really good. And last one here. Nice. I'm gonna come up. I'm gonna come to your knees. If you need to, grab a pillow, blanket if you don't have a mat. We're gonna go legs about squat width apart here. I'm gonna come to my hands, are gonna be directly under my shoulders. I'm gonna give you a little bit of a side view here. And then what I'm gonna do here is I wanna make sure that I don't arch my back. Actually, I want you to arch a little bit as you push your hips back. Try not to tuck your tailbone under here and round, all right? So little tiny neutral spine if you can do it. Try not to let that tailbone tuck under as you come back. Good. Just rocking back and forth here. I'm gonna show you front view again. And then now what I want you to do is keep your width of your legs, kick your right leg out, try to flatten that toe a little bit if you can. And now let's rock back here. So same thing, don't let that tailbone tuck under. And then you should be feeling a nice stretch in that adductor or that inner thigh here. If you want, you can bring the elbows to the ground. Kind of increase the stretch by doing that. Good. And let's go to the other side. Kick it back and just kind of ease into it. Just rocking forward, trying to push your heel. Your booty as far back towards your heel as you can. Go into your range. And then we're gonna go to the elbows if you want. You don't have to, you can stay on those hands. Again, try to keep a nice flat back here. Ugh. Nice. Come back onto our back. And we're gonna do a straight leg raise here. So I want you to lay down. I want you to tuck your tailbone under here. I just said don't tuck on that other move. On here, I want you to tuck so that your lower back is pressed against the mat. And with control, what I like to do here is put my thumb and my middle finger rib cage, bottom of rib cage to top of pelvis. Because I want to keep this connected and stable in my core. And what I want you to think about doing is take a big breath in and then raise that right leg as far up as you can. Go to your range and then control that lower down. And then here, I want you to think about keeping a stable pelvis, lift the other leg. And when I say stable pelvis, as you lower, try not to let that, as you switch legs, try not to let the pelvis shift side to side. All right, so big breath in that belly, raise it up, make sure you're connected. You can also, if you're uncomfortable here, put a pillow behind your head. Big breath in, raise it, try to get that stretch to the hamstring, control it down. Really working on not letting my pelvis come out of that posterior tilt or that neutral position, and then not letting it rock side to side here. Let's go a couple more. Big breath in, exhale. Keep that intra-abdominal pressure and that connection between your ribcage and your pelvis as you lower. Last one. Oh. Let's go ahead and come on up. We're gonna go into a wide stance here, toes are forward, shift our weight to the side, and then push that right knee out. You wanna make sure you keep your weight in your heel, and ideally, your knee and ankle should be aligned. Hip, knee, ankle. Again, trying to get a big stretch in that inner thigh. Which I'm always tight. There. Push out. Good. Push out. There we go. Woo. Good. Let's bring it together. We're going to go into a squat. You'll go to your range here. I'm going to have you push your legs out. Grab your toes if you can. If not, right here is fine. And then I'm going to have you go into a hamstring stretch. So push that tailbone up towards the sky. Side view. Drop it to your range of a squat. Tailbone up. Drop down. And use those elbows to push your knees out so you're getting a big stretch in those inner thighs. One more here. Nice. And let's go ahead and go into a squat with a butt kick. So driving that heel back towards your glute, flexing through the knee. So if you find yourself working from home, and even if you're not working from home, try this week. Set your alarm every hour, on the hour. Get up from whatever you're doing and do some movement for 2 to 3 minutes. You can squat, you can walk, you can do a quad stretch. One more here. Good. And now what I want you to do, we're going to go into a puncher. Flexing the toe towards your face to get a really big stretch in the hammy. So remember, set that alarm. I'm going to experiment myself, because I find I'm like at my desk, and next thing I know, 3 hours have gone by. And I definitely feel it in my body. My hip flexors here are tight. When those are tight, they have the tendency to pull your pelvis forward, and you get that pressure in your lower back. All right, so we're gonna start with 30 seconds. We're gonna hit a glute bridge. If you don't have a band, you're just gonna pretend that you have one around your knees. All right. So we'll be on our back. I want your heels up under your knees. If they're too far away, you're gonna really ignite those hamstrings first, and we're trying to activate those glutes here. So if you don't have a band, this is what I want you to do. I want you to grab the outside of your knees, or put your hands on the outside of your knees, and push your knees into your hand, and pretend like you have tension there. And if you do have a band, or if you're pushing here, I want you to think about pushing and moving that band from your hips, right? And you'll get a little lower pelvic stability added into that as you push that band out just a little bit, just a little tension. Make sure that lower back's flat. And let's squeeze up and come down. Let's go. We got 30 seconds here. Again, if this is uncomfortable, you can put a pillow under your neck. And then give your glutes a little poke, right? You can go through any movement and really not activate the way you want to activate. Your body is going to take the path of least resistance until we train it not to. So again, hands on the buns, and just feel those guys squeeze up. Again, if you feel too much in your hamstrings, bring them a little bit, bring your heels closer to your booty. Good, up and squeeze. Let's hold the last one here, and come on down. If you have a band, it's gonna go to your feet. Again, if you don't worry, you're just gonna pretend like you have resistance here. That works just as well. So I'm gonna plant my toes. My knees are gonna be under my hips. And my shoulders are gonna be over my wrists. I'm gonna pack my shoulders down, push into the ground a little bit, and I'm nice and solid. So even in this position, you're kind of working already, right? So we're going to extend our opposite arm, opposite foot. So I'm gonna extend out. I'm gonna push that foot away from me, like I'm pushing a door away from me. Reach with my hand, using my core to stabilize me here, and I'm gonna switch and go other side, opposite arm, opposite leg. Now, a couple things I want you to think about here is That active arm that's in the ground, push actively into the ground, all right? Don't let that elbow bend. Don't let your chest or rib cage drop. You're staying connected, rib cage and pelvis here. And then as you kick that foot out, I want you to turn that glute on. Squeeze that glute. Don't let the heel come up too high because you're going to arch in your back then. And breathe. Breathe. Stay solid, nice and controlled. Let's go 5 more seconds here. And rest. Take the band off. We're gonna go back into that quadruped position. And what we're gonna do here is I'm going to keep that connection, rib cage and pelvis, nice flat back. I don't wanna drop and I don't wanna be rounded. And I'm going to flex my foot so my toes pointed towards my knee. And I'm going to come up, squeeze my glute up here, right? So the glute should really be turned on right here. I'm gonna go out to the side, tap, squeeze. Come back to center, tap, squeeze that glute up. Come across that other leg, tap, squeeze. Now what I want you to do is hold that squeeze as you bring that leg all the way out a little bit, right? To our beginning squeeze here. Mid, squeeze, squeeze it as you cross over, squeeze. Coming out to the side, squeeze it up, tap down in the middle, squeeze it up, tap down across, squeeze it up, and sit back. We're gonna switch sides. So try to keep that glute turned on through this whole sequence. All right, here we go. So we're gonna take that left leg, actively push into the mat, pack our shoulders down, stabilize through our shoulder girdle. So it's a little bit out to the side, squeeze it up to the middle, squeeze it up, cross it over, squeeze it up, and all the way out to the side again. Squeeze. Now, remember that pelvic stability we did with that straight leg raise? I want you to think about how that felt and really engage your core here to keep your pelvis nice and level here. Squeeze. All the way across, keep going. Oh, hello, booty. Tight core here. Nice. Sit back and we're gonna start from the top. So focus on that muscle you wanna work. Right now, for the most part, we're attacking the back side. So we're gonna go back into that banded bridge again. Heels up. Again, if you have space on your lower back, push, tuck your pelvis under and push that lower back into the mat. And then what I want you to do here is squeeze those glutes up. Little hold and back down. Another cue that I like to give here is those back of the arms. I want you to drive them into the ground. And that really helps you to connect that backside. As you come up, you're tucking that tailbone under. All right? Keep that tailbone tucked under as you squeeze those glutes up. Push your arms down into the floor. This will help activate a little bit more. Got a couple more here. Whew, mine are getting tired. Nice. Taking the band to our feet again. If you don't have a band, I want you to just pretend that you have resistance as you push that foot away from you. 5 seconds. Flex the toes, plant them into the floor, pack the shoulders down, push into that mat. Your abs are braced here, right? So feel that connection. And let's go. Extend out, opposite arm, opposite leg. And on this transition, think about that straight leg raise that we did in our warm-up. I want you to try to minimize that shift in the pelvis side to side. So taking a big breath in your belly here. Extend out, squeeze, keep that pressure as you switch sides. Couple more here. Pushing that door open behind you. Flex that foot. Last one. Nice work. All right, take the band off. I guess if you wanted to, you could put the band around your ankles on this 3-point touch. All right, packing down, bracing that core. You're nice and activated. This is work right here. Extend that leg out, bring it to the side a little bit. Tap, squeeze that glute. Tap, squeeze that glute. Bring it across, squeeze it up. Now hold that squeeze all the way over. Tap, squeeze. Tap, squeeze, tap, squeeze. Remember, don't lift your heel that high here. This is a tiny little isolated movement, not a big range of motion. I just want you to think about getting your booty in there, just enough. Big breath in that belly to stay connected in your core. Don't let the rib cage drop or the pelvis shift as you raise. Nice. Shift back here. We're gonna go the other side, and then we're getting into the nitty gritty. All right, 5 seconds here. Pack the shoulders down. Leg out, slightly to the side, flex that toe, squeeze. In the middle, squeeze. To the side, squeeze. I'm working really hard to stay nice and stable here in my core. Try not to let my pelvis shift forward or back or side to side. So I'm taking a big breath in that belly, creating intra-abdominal pressure. And then just focusing on a small range of motion here, squeezing that glute. And time. Good. Grab a sip. We'll be working a minute straight on this next giant set. You got 3 moves. We're going to be working 30 seconds one side, and then 30 seconds the other, and then we get a rest for 30. Move my mat out of the way. You're not going to need it for a while until we go to core at the end. And then if you have a chair, a bench, a coffee table, a couch, utilize that on the 3rd move of this workout. I'll show you. Actually, because I have 30 seconds in between, we'll just start with the first one. You can load up if you want. Grab your water bottle, grab a set of dumbbells, hold here. If you have a water bottle, just hold it in front. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna start with a skier squat. So my skier squat, my legs are close together. I'm gonna hinge back, and then I'm gonna step out, come up. So I'm not gonna come up all the way. I'm just gonna take a tiny step out, right? Not too much. You wanna keep those knees pushed out, tight core here. Now, if this is too challenging, what you can do is you can stand up in between each move, all right? We're gonna hit 30 seconds stepping to the left, and then we'll go 30 seconds stepping to the right. I think I'm regretting these weights already. All right, start narrow. Let's go. It's down, halfway, step. We're really not easing the tension here. And remember, it's a small step. You should feel it in the quads here. Remember, you're gonna feel this, no weights. Still just stepping with that left leg. Oh. Nice. Let's go to the other side. Squat down. Step out with the right. Take it tiny. Keep that tension here, right? I'm not coming up all the way because it's really gonna load my muscle and increase time under tension. 10 seconds here, guys. Tiny little step. It doesn't have to be big. Big brace in that core. Drop the weight if you need to. And time. Nice work. The next move is called a Jefferson squat. So I'm gonna have you kind of in a diagonal stance. Let me get let's see my feet. And then what I'm gonna do is that foot that's pointed towards your screen, you're going to load here. And bring that back foot a little closer so my knee and ankle are in line, right? I don't have to have a big step out here. And then I'm gonna push my hip back and we're gonna pulse it here. Remember, you can do this without load. I want you to drive through the heel of that front leg. Make sure that knee doesn't fall in. Nice tight core, keep going. Show you side view. Push my knee out in the front. Loading that glute and quad here. Drive through the heel. Woo. Switch sides without load. Looks like this. Kind of standing diagonal. Push the foot out. And here we go. Nice tall chest here. You need to bring that back leg a little bit more in. Driving through this glute. Right glute. Right heel. Dig it into the ground. Keeping time under tension here too. Woo, you're almost there. 10 seconds. 3, 2, and time. Wow, shake it out. All right, this is where you'll need that bench. However, you don't have one, I'll show you an option. You can load this up. I'm gonna start seated. My ankles are in line with my knee. Be slightly a little bit back if you need to. I'm gonna raise one leg up, and then I'm gonna sit up and squeeze my glutes. I'm gonna come down with control, tap and drive. One thing I want you to think about here is let's not come all the way up, right? That's an option. So I'll tap, come here halfway. Don't lock out the hip. Come up, squeeze. And as I come up, I want you to think about not letting that foot and knee fall in, right? So you have to keep that knee pushed out. Keep your weight distributed evenly through your whole foot, all right? But you're gonna drive from that heel. Option here, if you don't have a bench, you can go into a single leg squat or on your heel. But remember, I'm not coming all the way up into extension. We're not gonna give that muscle a break today, right? We're gonna keep that tension in the muscle. Pick a leg. If you're using a bench, sit down to start. You can use load. It's up to you. Let's go, 30 seconds. Woo, control it both ways. Tap and go. Try not to lock out the hip or the knee here. We're working on time under tension. So if we come all the way to the top and squeeze everything out, we're letting that muscle relax a little bit. And we're not today. Not today. 10 seconds. Wow. Woo. Control it. Woo. Switch sides. Here we go. Start seated. Let's go right to it. Remember, don't lock it out. It's not bad to lock it out, but for today, we're just increasing time under tension on that muscle, and it's gonna fatigue a lot more. On here, you can put your heel down for a little extra stability if you need it. You're close. And time. Nice work. So if you got those moves down, this next round, if you have load and you haven't added it, give it a shot. You can always ditch the load. So we're gonna start with that spear squat. 30 seconds. We'll step out. Let's go ahead and step with the right leg this first round. Here we go. Get low. Step. We are not coming up. Push those hips back. Nice tight core here. Sit back. It's tiny. Really working that left leg. It's where I'm feeling it. We're close. We're close to switching. Woo, keep going. Don't stop. I'll stop if you have to. Good. Let's go to the other side. Little step out. Don't make it big. Hello, quads. Burn, baby, burn. Let's keep going here. Woo. Nice tall chest. Remember, dump that weight if you need to. Ah, so close. So close. Push that hip back. Push that hip back. Get that glute in there too. Wow. Jefferson squats coming up. I'm going to show you this view here. Left foot straight ahead. Right foot kind of like I'm stepping out diagonally. And then I'm going to shift my weight, bring my heel in a little bit if I have to. Load up that front leg right here. Tight core. Try not to round in that spine here. Keep a nice tall chest. Really thinking about pushing the hip of this front leg back behind you as you go through that motion. We're hitting inner thigh here. Push out that other knee. I just caught my other knee trying to fall in here. Push it out. Woo! Getting a stretch now in both sides. Keep driving. Push that other knee out. Good. And we're going to go to the other side. Here we go. I'm not loading this one up. Let's go. Whoa. This guy is going to want to fall in. Push it up. Loading through the back hip side here. Whoa. Nice tall chest. Burning. Getting close. Getting close. Option, hit it here. If that is weird with that other leg, you can go into single leg pulse lunge, all right? You got 5 seconds. Shifting your load to that front leg. Push that other knee out in time. Wow. All right, wipe the sweat. Get a sip. We're gonna go into our single leg squat. To bench, to couch, to coffee table, to dining room chair. You can always add a pillow if you need a little more less range of motion. Okay. I'm gonna start with the right leg this time. Start seated. Here we go. Whoa. We're gonna tap and drive up. Oh, I want to lock all the way out. I want to give my muscle a rest. So, but I'm not going to, right? I'm not going to come all the way up. I'm not going to extend through that hip. I am going to drive through that heel. And I am going to make sure that knee and foot aren't falling in. So I have to weight the outside of my foot, make my brain think about that to avoid the knee and foot falling in. Do it. Woo. All right, here we go. Sit, other leg, right to it. Tight core. Remember, you can do this without load. I want you to be able to control it first. Then you add your load. 15 seconds, halfway. Woo. Whoa. I'm still groaning, guys. Ready? And time. Nice work. Got one more round there. Remember option, if the Jefferson squat, push that knee out, load here is awkward. It's really gonna open up the hips. You can go into a lunge there as well. All right, skier squat coming up. You can hit your load here with your water bottle. You got 10 seconds. I go to one weight. Here we go. Step out, left, tiny step. Make sure the knees are pushed out. You can work on increasing that range as long as you can keep the knees from falling in. You want the knee and ankle aligned. Tight core. Oh, keep pushing. You're close. And other leg, let's go. Oh, together, apart. Together, apart. Sit those hips back. Big breath in that belly to keep the pelvis maintained. Keep going, keep going. Pelvis nice and level. So close. 5 seconds here. Ooh, and time. Wow. Jefferson squats coming up. Apologize for the background noise. I'm in the bat cave today. Nice yard day. 5 seconds. Here it comes. Let's go. Push that other leg out. You're like at 90-degree angles with those legs. Here's the noise, sorry. Keep driving, keep driving. Oh, 10 seconds here, come on. Tight core, push both legs out, load up that front leg, the one that's pointed towards the camera. 3, 2, and time, failure there. Here we go. In 3, 2, let's go. 30 seconds on the clock. Do me a favor, lift that back heel if you need to, and just work on loading that front leg here. Whoa. Drive through the heel. Think about trying to squeeze the booty here. Oh, and time. It's awful. All right, last round here. Single leg squat. Remember your option if you don't have a bench, or if you don't want to go to that range. You can put the heel down and nice tight core. Remember, don't let that knee fall in. Here, start seated. 3, 2, and go. Whew. Try not to stand all the way up. Keep tension on that muscle. Man, try to get that glute in there too. Think about it. Think about it. Ugh. Halfway, halfway. Whew. You need to stand up, squeeze that glute. That's gonna relax. It's gonna take some of the tension out. Kind of cheating. Just for the sake of this purpose though. It's good to do hip extension sometimes. Go to the other leg. Tight core here. Let's go. Remember option? Bring that other heel down for a little added stability. Tight core. Drive up through the heel. Squeeze that glute. Drive through the heel. Squeeze the glute. Try not to lock it out though. Ooh. And time. Nice work. All right. Where are we? All right, plenty of time. We're gonna be working a little more posterior chain. That circuit we just did was more quad dominant. So you should be feeling it. These are working here too. Now option on the first move, I'm gonna do a frog hip thruster. If you have an elevated surface, feel free to use it. If you don't, you can do this from the floor. I'll show you both ways. Lower shoulder blades are going to be on the elevated surface. So tuck my chin. I'm not going to be back here, right? Just use my core right here. Bring my feet together. My weight is on the outside of my feet. Keep my core connected here. I'm going to drop and drive up and squeeze. Now this one, you're going to get a huge stretch in those hip flexors. Squeeze your glutes. So I want you to focus on squeezing the glutes. If you don't feel the glutes here, You might want to take it down to the floor. You're gonna do the same move, but I'm gonna make sure lower back's imprinted. Remember, push those hands into the ground and squeeze up here. Now, if you're gonna be getting a big stretch in those adducted hips, right? As we bring our legs out, just enjoy the stretch. Try to activate the glutes though. If it's too much and you can't feel the glutes at all, I want you to go to a regular glute bridge, okay? So we're going 40 seconds on here. Find your position. Remember, if you're on the ground, you want to make sure your tailbone is tucked under, and you're tucked under here too, right? So we're going to drop, stay connected as you drop, and squeeze up. Woo. Squeeze the booty up. Make sure it's working here. Think about it. If you need to, give it a little prod. It likes to be a sleeping booty, right? It doesn't like to work that much. And also, from sitting all the time, if you have super tight hip flexors, mine are stretching out right now, you inhibit those glute muscles from activating properly. Tight core, tight core. Option here, you can be right here. Squeezing, right? Just don't let that lower back arch. You really want to tuck that tailbone under. And time. Nice work. And hit 20 seconds on each leg. Now, just like the single leg squat where we didn't fully extend up in the hip, on this RDL, we're not going to fully extend up into the hip. We're going to keep that time under tension, and it's going to look like this. So think about right here, that crease of the hip. You have a rope that's pulling that hip back towards the wall behind you. Nice engaged core. You're going to reach out as far as you can and then come up. Notice I'm going to keep that time under tension. And when I come up, I'm just going to squeeze my glute here. Think about squeezing the glute. Here we go, 20 seconds. Each leg in 3, 2, 1. Reach. Keep weighting the heel. Don't let the heel lift. Woo! Balance game. Tight core here. Option. Check it out. Bring that back leg down for a little stability if you need it. But you guys, think buns here. Think buns. Pull up with the glute. And switch legs right to it. One side might be a little more stable than the other. Now, I'm not flexing through my spine either, right? Keeping a nice connected trunk. That's your core, all of that. Ooh, don't stand up all the way. And then get that glute in there. One side might be a little harder to activate than the other. Ooh. Time here, nice work. All right. This one's for Karen Kayla. She likes them sumos. Gonna hit some inner thigh here. You can do load or no load, it's up to you. Gonna go kind of a wide stance. Toes turned out slightly. You don't have to be all the way here to plie. You're gonna hold weight or your water bottle or just your body weight. We're gonna hit 3 low and then 3 mid, right? 3 low and then 3 mid pulses. We are not coming up. Get ready. 3, 2, right here. Push those knees out. 1, 2, 3, halfway up. Squeeze the glutes, squeeze the inner thigh. 2, 3, and down. 1, 2, 3, and halfway up. Squeeze, 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 and all the way down. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Think of your buns here. You need to tuck your tailbone under a little bit to get that glute squeeze. Do it. Push those knees out. Don't let them fall forward. Ouch. Come on. Oh, 5 seconds. Ah. Tuck your tailbone under if you need to. And time. Oh. You guys, thumbs up if you're feeling your backside. You guys got it? Hello, biscuits? Burning biscuits? All right, we're going to that frog thruster. Again, you can do this from the ground. And you can, if the frog is too much stretching those hips, you can take it to a regular bridge. All right, 5 seconds, get set up. Lower shoulder blades are on the edge of that surface. Frog your legs together, feet together, weight on the outside of your foot. Tuck your tailbone under here, small drop and squeeze. Check it out. It doesn't have to be a huge range of motion here. Tuck that tailbone under, squeeze. Keeping ribcage and pelvis connected. Try not to arch into that lower back. If you stay connected in the front, you won't arch in that lower back. Squeezing it up. Give me a 1-2 at the top. 1-2. Oh, so much looser than the first time here. Those hip flexors. You got 10 seconds. Tuck it under, squeeze. Tuck it under, squeeze. Woo! And time. Wow. All right, we're gonna hit the single leg RDL and reach. It's not a stiff-legged RDL. And remember, we're not cutting up into full hip extension at the top. You're ready in 3, pick a leg, any leg. 2, let's go. Reach it out. Ooh. And come up, squeeze. Reach and squeeze. Remember, that hip is pushing back behind me. My knee shouldn't be coming too far forward. All right, it can come forward past the ankle a little bit, but I want you to think about pushing that hip back, lengthening that hamstring. Look at me cheating. I went all the way up. Lengthening that hamstring and keeping that tension. There, let's switch sides. Right to it. Keep tension in that hammy. Try to get that back leg up a little bit higher. As you reach, keep tension. You should feel a little stretch in the hammy glutes. Tight core, push your weight out. Don't let that foot fall in and fighting the whole time. And time. Sumos. Then we'll take it into a little mad core circuit. Remember, on the sumo, we're not coming all the way up unless you need to. You can come all the way up. So, feet are out. Here we go. Get low, push the knees out. It's pulse. 1, 2, 3. Halfway up, squeeze. 1, 2, 3. And pulse. You guys, stay. Butte. Butte. Squeeze. Squeeze. Down. Push the knees out. This is where they don't want to cave in. Halfway up. Squeeze. 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 Down. You can drop load here. Ugh. Tight core, tall chest. Tuck the tailbone under on that squeeze if you need to. Keep it low. Oh. And come on up. Halfway. And time. Wow. Get a sip of water. Grab your mat. That was really good on the recording, huh? All right, I'm muting you all.
We were squatting.
Okay, good. All right. So let's hit the core. It's not a proper Zoom workout with some kind of hiccup, right? All right, here we go. So we're gonna balance on your sits bones. If this is uncomfortable for you, you can bring your hands back for a little support. We're gonna frog our feet out again, and you can be here, squeeze up in the core, or you can reach if you can balance. All right, here we go. We're on the clock. Hitting 30 seconds here. Squeeze. Think about squeezing that rib cage down towards the pelvis. Reaching here. Option, squeeze. If both legs are too much, give me one leg at a time here. And just think about squeezing that core. You got 5 seconds. 3, 2, time. All right, here we go. We're gonna go into a C-sit bicycle. If that C-sit bugs you, you're gonna go bicycle here. All right, don't let that lower back lift. Get ready, here we go. Oh, I don't know about you guys, but my legs feel like they weigh 100 pounds each. Ooh. You got here halfway. Rotating a little bit, nice tight core. I'm gonna take it down. Oh, 5 seconds here. All right, here we go. We're gonna go C-sit leg lift. You're gonna extend your legs out and you're going to squeeze up. It doesn't have to be a big move. Check it out. You can bend your knees to make it a little bit easier, or you can bring your hands down to the ground, or right here, right here. Get ready. Whatever you're doing, let's go. Tight core. You guys, my legs, no joke, 1,000 pounds. Take it to the ground. Don't let your back lift here. It's tiny and tight, pulling through the abs. You got 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Now we're gonna go into leg lift. So everyone's down on the ground here. Make sure your lower back stays connected the whole time. You're gonna lower to your range, all right? You're gonna hold for 2 seconds and then squeeze and lift that booty up just a little bit. Option here, your range might be right here. That's fine, hold for 2, then use those lower abs to pull you up and bring you up here. All right, here we go. Nice tight core. Go into your range, hold out for 1, 2, squeeze it up. Do not let the lower back lift here. Oh, you guys, I'm totally cheating. I didn't hold 1, 2, squeeze. Oh, hold 1, 2 out there. Don't let that lower back lift. Tight core here. Oh. My range just got really small. That's okay, just keep working. Nice. Let's get off our back. We're gonna go into a spider plank. Hold that plank position, nice tight core. I want you to give me 10 on each side. Get ready. 3, 2, let's go. Stay on the right. 1, 2, 3. Get your 10 in here. If you need to, come to your knee. Go to the other side, get your 10. Then we can drop to the knee. Keep the tailbone tucked if you need to. Don't let that lower back arch. Once you got your 10, we're gonna hit that one more time. All right, we got your frogs here. Let's go. 30 seconds on the clock. Frogs, option here. Frog crunch here. Or you can go out and in. This will be a little more easier on the back. You can also crunch up. Crunch up. Keep that lower back imprinted. Oh, we're close. Guys, it's like I haven't worked out in a month. Almost there. And time. Nice work. Going into your bicycles, you can do it in C-sit, or you can do it on the ground here. Let's go. Oh. Keep driving, you got this. My legs are quivering. Halfway, my inner thighs. 3, 2, and time. Good. Let's go into that leg lift. Either C-sit leg lift here, or let's go here to your leg lift. You can lift here, or you can go one at a time, all right? Here we go, so C-sit leg lift. Ooh. Bringing it here, lift both legs, tight core. It's small, or you lift one leg at a time. You're working lower abs here, all right? Hands are down. Keep going. The further away your hands are from your hips, the harder it's gonna be. Oh, almost there. 5 seconds. Time. I'm grunting. All right, here we go, leg lifts. Remember, go to your range. That lower back stays imprinted. Hold 1, 2, squeeze up, and then back down. Whatever your range is. 1, 2, squeeze up, and back down. Keep driving here. So close. Go to your range, hold it, squeeze it in, and all the way up. Oh, you don't have to go down really low. Just think about when you lift that booty up, you're maintaining that contraction. Oh. And let's finish. Spider plank. Spider plank for the win. Give me 10 on each side. Tight core. Oh, go to your knees if you need to. Core's burning. Finish your 10. Breathe here. Keep going, finish it out. And then we're gonna go into a very much needed hip flexor stretch. Tuck the tailbone under. Big reach up. Woo! Let's take it here, both hands on the inside of the foot, and drop. Other side. Tuck this tailbone in. Big reach up. And a little bit over. Keep that armpit open. Keep that back glute turned on. Nice and tall here. Take it here. And push that hip. You guys, make sure you set your alarm. Every hour, get up. Do some kind of movement. If you're a fan of burpees, do those. Do some stretching, even just walking around.